welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arkansas's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Oh, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Wolfpack! The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. Feeling, oh, he's going to go up top. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Catch in the middle. It's Acho. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
The give to the single back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So NC State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Safe completion on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. Now the toss. On the move at the 30. Off he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So an 82-yard drive there. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Brings up 3rd down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown there.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants from this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On second down, they'll take to the air. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A little screen to the running back. That's a live ball. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on it.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here puts the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a gap, it's Banks. Nowhere to run on that one, he loses 4 on the carry. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
And the ball's on the ground. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball submitting.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. from the gun, the ground game. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I like the play call offensively. I know they lost yards on that one, but you want to try to get this running back the ball in different ways, right? Handing it off, getting him out in the route tree, trying to sneak in some screen passes too.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Coming after it. Hit as he throws. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Moving past the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Floats it out in space. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
With jet sweep pass. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell.
They stripped it out. And the defense snatches it and they reverse the field. Hits the accelerator to the right. 10. Touchdown Razorbacks. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The AT unit on the field. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up by 15 over Toledo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the ground, he's got it again. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff...
Flying down the left side. The 20. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
Cool as a cucumber. The ball squirts free. Bounced right back to them. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He'll take another shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a...
He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Going for it all. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
Looking to throw on second down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, NC State.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The snap sets up the throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to move it through the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And they fumble it out of bounds, and that's the way we'll finish off this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring